everyone, welcome back to another video of DataLogix. So folks, while learning Power BI, you will definitely reach at a point where you have to face something called DAX, which is Data Analysis Expression. And many learners or Power BI aspirants find it very hard to learn. So in order to solve this problem, we are coming up with our DAX series, of which this is our first video. But before starting, let's understand what exactly is DAX. So DAX in Power BI is basically a formula language where we can create measures using this formula. Or other words, we can say that is a collection of functions and operators that can be used to create formulas or expressions. So main benefit of using DAX is that it enhances Power BI's ability to analyze data dynamically as well as it also analyzes the data very efficiently. That being said, let's do practical hands-on in some of the DAX function in Power BI. So for this video, we are going to look into two of the DAX function for calculate and all. So let's jump into Power BI. We have a sample data set of hotels, which is an Excel file, which I will load into Power BI desktop. Blank report, get data, Excel workbook, hotels data set, .xls. So this file I will load into Power BI. So it will take some time to load into Power BI. For this, we have a sample data set of hotels, which is an Excel file, which so as we can see, the data set is loaded into Power BI, and now it's asking what all tables to load. So as of this video, we will load all the tables, which are table customers, table delivery partner, table orders. So we will load all this table into Power BI desktop. So now we can see that all our tables are imported in Power BI desktop, and now we can start with our analysis. But before starting with our analysis, it is a healthy practice to check whether all the relationships of the tables are in place or not. So to check the relationships, we can go into this model view where we can see our tables and the relationship. So it's best practice to arrange all the tables in star schema or either in snowflake schema that we can hopefully cover in future videos. But as of now for this video, I will quickly establish the relationship between these tables. So once our relationship is in place, we can start with our analysis. After creating relationships, we can check the data or we can validate the data in our table, whether everything is in place or not. Like for in table customers, we can see what all columns are there, same in delivery partner as well as in table order. So let's say in our case, we want to find total bill amount and total price. So the price which you are seeing here is price per unit, and we want to create card visual for total order value. So can you take a moment and think how we can do that? You can maybe pause the video and think. So I hope you must have tried by pausing the video. So in order to create this, we can either select the field, which is our bill amount, and we can simply drag it into our canvas. So by default, the visualization which will appear in front of us will be a column chart. But in order to convert it into KPI, we can simply click on this card visual. So it will give us a total sum of bill amount. So this is one way. Another way is that we can go into this new measure and create formula. Create one formula like this. So total bill amount is equal to sum of bill amount. So it is very similar to Excel formula. So this measure will be created. We can simply drag it into canvas, which will give the same as we had done earlier. So this is total bill amount. So similarly, we can create total orders, like how many orders we have received by going and clicking on this new measure and creating total orders, which is basically count. Total orders, count, order ID. So it will give us count of total orders. Similarly, we can find out which is the maximum order or which is the minimum order. But now, if a manager comes to you and say, "Hey, I want to classify all my orders into high order value and low order value," then can you give me this thing? So you can definitely make this because there are many ways of creating this. First, you can either do it on Power Query by creating conditional columns, etc., and other you can do it into this measure by using calculate function. Because the main advantage of using measures is that it won't impact your Power BI desktop functioning, and it will be ultimately helpful in creating visualization and in analyzing, as it will boost your performance. So we will create one new measure called high order value. Order value. And we will use calculate. In expression, we will give this total bill amount measure, total bill amount, and in filter condition, I want only those values in which the bill amount is greater than 500. Yeah, bill amount which is greater than 500. So if I create this measure, this will give high order value. So I drag this measure into here. This will give my high order value. So it will give high order value as 1047. So this 1047 is actually large order value sum. So in our case, we have put the condition that we want those values which are more than 500. So here we can see that only one value is there, which is 1047, is of Vivanta. So Power BI will automatically detect that and it will give it in this measure. So as you see that calculate function applies filter within the measure. So this is the power of calculate function. See the sum of bill amounts of individual hotels, that also you can do into calculate function. Suppose I want to see Vivanta's total bill amount, that also I can do with the help of calculate function. So I will create one new measure, Vivanta total bill amount. So I will calculate total bill amount, and in filter I will apply hotel name. Hotel name is equal to Vivanta. So it will give me total bill amount of Vivanta, which is 2360. So in DAX, calculate function has huge functionality. That calculate function acts as a foundation for all complex DAX tools which you would be using in future. Now suppose your senior manager comes again to you and asks, "Hey, I want to find out order value percentage of each hotel. Can you help me in doing this?" So now how you will tackle this thing? So can you take a moment to think by pausing this video? So in order to solve this, we should have denominator which should be fixed. So in this case, our denominator can be total order value. But in Power BI, if you see any value, whether it is order value, bill amount, or count, if I would select any filter, it would basically accept or it would basically respect those filters. So in Power BI, there is a natural filter context which applies to everything. So we have to define those filter contexts. In order to do this, we would use something called all function. So how it would work, I would show you. So in this, I would create one new measure called total order value. Total order total order value, and I would apply calculate and all function to it. The calculate function, total bill amount, and then I would apply all function to hotel name. Hotel name. So this measure is created. I would now drag total order value in canvas and then apply card visual. So see, you can see total bill amount and total order value is same. Now what I will do, I will rename this total bill amount to only order value, which will tell us individual order of hotels. Now see the difference. If I would apply this Delhi Darbar function, Delhi Darbar filter, order value will change, but total order value will remain the same. Same for Rajshahi Palace. Same for Vivanta. So what this all function do basically, it defines the filter function, or you can say it basically defines the natural filter context of Power BI. So once we get this, we can now create order value percentage measure. Clicking on new measure, order value percentage. In order to find percentage, we would apply a function called divide. In numerator, it will be order value. In denominator, it will be total order value, and we will apply 0 and enter. So our total order value percentage is also created. So we will drag this into our canvas. We would get this into percentage. So it is here it is in decimal format. We can change it into percent format by clicking on this visual, and here by selecting percentage. So we will get this in percentage format like this. Now we can show this to our senior manager and say that for Delhi Darbar we have 33.87 order value percentage. Shahi Rajshahi Palace we have 26.83, and for Vivanta we have 27.61%. So that was all for today's video. If you like this content, please don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe to DataLogix. Thank you and have a nice day.